like
Sorry,
cried out.
A fly just flew to
I saw that. Yeah. You must have been over age.
Sorry to interrupt you. It literally smacked me in the face.
I saw it go past on its way. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Steam Podcast with me, Heather Steele. Today I'm joined by Sarah Templeman, Hodge. We're trying to discuss what name to do, but yeah, Hodge is here.
Yeah.
We've got Mia Luckie and Georgina Blaskey. Hello everyone.
Hi.
How are you all doing?
Oh, well, we were both
I know, it's
tired
like,
and ill
I know
and
the
Monday,
answer, but...
we feel. It's grey, it's gloomy, and I think it's the last kind of... It's the dip before the craziness starts.
It is,
So
yeah.
we're like, oh, come on.
Preparing ourselves.
Yeah, the Christmas party
season.
next week is now.
Is it next week?
Yeah. It's crept up.
Yeah, so we've got a week to get
Yeah.
our shit together. I feel good.
Yes. We can do it. Barocca's at the ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hodge, apart from feeling slightly under the weather,
Oh, no.
how have you been? What have you been up to?
I was just saying, we had a super chilled weekend to prep ourselves for the festive party season, and we've both come away feeling absolutely horrendous. Like, James went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. I followed him at 8:30, and our youngest daughter was still awake. I was like, can you turn your own lights out? Because Mummy's going to bed. I did have a night out on Thursday, which was super fun. And then
Didn't you see Callum Best?
we met Callum
Did
Best.
you?
Yeah.
90s blast from the past?
I didn't
Or
really
naughty.
recognise him. He is he looks very young.
Yeah. Was
Is that AKA? He's definitely had some work done.
he on Celebrity SAS a few years ago? I feel like he was on a programme like that.
Yeah,
And
he
I
was
on the jungle.
I was at it.
Was it a Celebrity Big Brother?
Maybe
all of
what, they could have been all of them. I remember being like, who's that? He looks really familiar. And then when his name popped up, I was like, wow.
I know, we were dying. It's a new restaurant on the King's Road. It's called Ishkal, and it's
yeah.
Mexican, and amazing food. And it's his, and I didn't realise it was his restaurant. Anyway, we turn up, and there was like 6 girls, and we had a really good table right at the front. One of the girls, I won't say who it was, that is her like biggest crush ever. I've never seen her so giddy and girly. This 43-year-old woman.
I love that.
She's like, oh my God, it's Callum Best. I think we scared him off, so he left pretty quick, sharpish, in an Uber. The margaritas were insane. So many they have proper margarita menus.
Oh, nice.
Decor was amazing. And
I've read about it. I've got a press release in my inbox somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
I
really
walked past it actually at the weekend on Friday night, and because there's a big linen curtain in the window, isn't there? And it's sort of open, it seems, until people actually go in and dine, and then the curtain is drawn. Because the first time we walked past it a few weeks ago, I think, before it opened, I was like, what is this place? Like, it doesn't say restaurant, it's just the name.
Yeah.
There aren't that many restaurants on King's Road that are street, sort of facing the sort of up and down little side streets and things. Yeah, I couldn't quite work out what it was, but it looks very cool, very kind of like creams and sort of Mexican-y, sort of lots of textiles.
Like beautiful tiles and sort of stripy tiles on the way downstairs, but I thought quite slippy, so watch your step if you're in there.
Especially after a few margaritas.
Yes, I was like holding on. But great outfit mirror selfie in the loo.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, that's good because that's often not.
Yes. So if you're ever in need, go there.
If you're looking great, just toss her in past the window.
I was trying to get everyone to come downstairs. Guys, it's like, God, I'm a loser. That is.
This time.
But then the funny thing is, we were like, let's have one more drink. So we tried to get into Raffles, which is a nightclub. Oh God. You need
Did you get in?
physical ID.
Yeah, you do.
Really?
This happened to us. They're like, have you got a driver's license or some ID with you? We were like, we look about 100. What do you mean? Why do we need ID? It's like, it's for security.
You're going to get into a fight.
Yeah. It's
No,
crazy.
It is crazy.
Even a couple of pubs in Brighton, you have to do that, and we were like, yeah, collectively, like, obviously not 18, but yeah, I think it is. They scan it on the way in.
Yeah,
so if you get
they create
trouble,
a QR code.
Yeah, wow.
And we were anyway. So then we got into the technology discussion with the.
Everyone behind was like, "We've got us. Can you fuck around?"
Yeah. So thank God.
Yeah.
Go in.
We didn't go in, and we were like, "Thank you."
When you
for
woke up
Raffles
the next
security
day,
the next
like-
day. And we were like, "Well, we're not going to be flattered by this." Because he was like, "No, we ask everyone." We're like,
I went there after we did the Polo in the Park collaboration.
"Oh yeah."
Some of us girls carried on the night, and we were like, yeah, let's go to Raffles. Daisy knows a guy on the door. Let's get a table. We got in there, and the table we had to share with like 4 other groups of 5 girls.
Oh, wow.
So we were all just like on this table, like, this is horrible. And I had my like bag that I'd taken out in the day with my makeup in, but only a small one, like quite like discreet.
Yeah.
I hid it under the sofa just whilst we were sort of like mingling and stood up. Went back to my bag and all my expensive makeup had been robbed out.
No.
From the girls that were on the table.
Oh, no. God.
Yeah. My Chanel bronzer, my Hourglass stuff. I left all of the super drug stuff, high street stuff, but just...
And then they left, like, say, your wallet, phone.
It was
all of
just
that.
my makeup.
They just wanted
bag
your
that was in
makeup.
there.
Oh.
I had my like clutch bag.
So annoying when you lose makeup or get it
That
stolen.
ruins your night.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked
I know.
that someone in a nightclub would take the time to do
Go for a
that.
makeup bag.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also like half-used makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so unhygienic.
Yeah.
Lucky girls who ended up with that.
Well, when I was on King's Road walking past that restaurant on Friday, I also had 2 different people in 2 different shops go up to security guards and say, I had my phone stolen within 20 minutes. So one was in Zara in Duke of York's and one was in Cos, kind of opposite. And one had her whole bag taken, keys and everything.
Well, like whipped off her in the street.
Yeah, I think, or maybe like sort of when she had clothes in the changing room, she thought someone had.
No.
And then someone else, I don't know what happened. She was like, I came in here with my phone. Maybe it was like her pocket 'cause she didn't have a bag. But when I left, I realised I don't have it. And it was obviously Black Friday and it was like, it was dark and it was about 5:30. So, hotbed of crime.
Apparently that Zara is a hotspot. I don't know
is
how I
it?
know that, but I think it was on one of my various mum's WhatsApp groups. But that is
Really?
a hotspot for like bags and phones. Yeah. Again, so much admin.
Really ruins your day. Like,
Yeah. And keys and your
She didn't
Yeah.
have the keys.
I don't know
it was
anyone's
the
phone
keys.
number.
No.
No, I know my best friend.
I know my granddad's. That's it. And he's deaf, so he wouldn't answer the phone or be able to do anything anyway.
I know. I'd have to phone my mum as house phone.
Yeah.
Because who has a house phone anymore?
Yeah. My granddad.
And then she'd
Yeah.
have to phone James or someone.
Oh.
How crazy is
Hodge
that?
up, she's stranded on space.
She's raging. I'd give it half an hour.
Speaking of good restaurants, I went to Beastro Freddy last week.
I
which
want to
is
go so bad.
So good.
Oh, where was that?
So I opened in Shoreditch about a month ago, and it's the same team from Crispin, which is this amazing wine bar. They're like, everyone really likes, but it's a little bit under the radar. It's not like one of the sort of best known sort of wine bars in London. But this restaurant is just absolutely taken off. They've thrown like loads of sort of fashion parties, I suppose, maybe around London Fashion Week, but it's suddenly like everywhere. So
What's
good.
the food like?
So their main sort of hero dish is a chicken pie to share, but it's I went with a fellow northerner and we were both like, that is a really good pie.
Oh, wow.
Really, really good chips. And I don't usually like chips. I like chips, but I don't get excited by them, but they were really, really good.
Yeah.
Their other signature dish is a snail flatbread, which I did order. I didn't love it because the only thing I don't like is mushrooms, and the snails were quite like chewy in texture, like a mushroom. But didn't well, I don't know what snails would taste like, but they weren't like.
Yeah, probably a chewy mushroom.
Had you not had snails before?
I have, and I know I don't really like them, but I was like, because I was there in a sort of reviewing capacity, I was like, I should probably order it. And the rest of that dish was nice. I did eat it. I think I actually hate them as animal things as well.
yeah.
Like, I don't mind I can pick up a spider, I don't mind anything creepy crawly-ish, but slugs and snails. For me, I think I think I was about 3 and I trod on a slug and it went in between my toes. And ever since then, I haven't been able to look at them. It's like a real cringe.
I've walked on a slug before in bare feet. It's so gross.
Something shocking. I've actually eaten a slug. Like, as a kid, I used to eat them out of the garden.
Oh, a friend of mine's daughter does
We used to
that.
make mud pies and eat them.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that is.
Let's have a really good immune system.
I actually used to have a really good immune system and COVID ruined it. But yeah, it used to be.
Oh, so you can easily have the
Eat some of
snail
those snails
flatbread
again then. Build it up.
Vile, but the snail flatbread was good, and everything else is amazing. Really good cocktails. It's the atmosphere. It's so French bistro, like really nice tables, really low lighting, a curtain when you walk in. But it's very small. It's really lovely. I would very much recommend.
We went to Mr. Nice.
I want to go to Mr.
So
Nice. I really want to
good
go
for a date night.
Yeah.
Really.
Where's
nice.
that?
Mayfair.
There's a Paris original, and then they opened that one.
Yeah,
maybe 4 or 5
recently.
months ago.
Yeah, we went in the summer for date night.
They have the Passerella vodka. I think
Yes.
that's their signature dish.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yes, I'd like to go there.
And the
That's-
bread, oh my God.
That's also like lovely white tablecloths and black furniture. Look very monochrome and shit.
Yeah, great people watching.
We had Sunday lunch last weekend at the Bread Street Kitchen
Oh, yeah.
at Battersea Power Station,
Gordon
which is
Ramsay's
Gordon
good.
Ramsay. It was, honestly, best Sunday roast I think I've
Amazing.
ever had in London. Just the Yorkshire pudding was like as big as a toddler's head on a plate. And all the trimmings, and the staff couldn't have been more helpful. Like it really was. We were 12. It was my son's birthday. It's a big group, and they were amazing. Because it was packed because they've got the ice rink outside.
I bet, yeah.
And it was Black Friday weekend, so it was super, super busy. And I sat down, had like multi-generation, Sunday lunch family birthday thing, and I was thinking,
could be stressful.
God, is this going to be
Let me get
okay?
out some wine.
And it was amazing, and everyone's food was amazing. But the Sunday roast really was
Bread Street
great.
Kitchen.
Bread Street Kitchen, and we did the lift as well.
How was that?
Which is next door. Yeah, great.
I've heard, I've not done it yet, but I keep hearing Georgie loves it. But
It's actually
everyone
my
really
second
raves.
time. So I did it once, and it was pouring with rain, and it was dark. I actually think it's better in the day. I know some things at night, it's nice to go up high at night and you see things, but then you only see the things that are lit.
Yeah.
Whereas in the day, it was a clear, kind of crisp day, and it's a nice view from there because you get the real kind of curve of the river, and you can see over to kind of the Wembley Arch from Royal Albert Hall, and then the city the other way. So there's loads to see. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
Did anyone else get up to anything else this weekend?
Oh yeah, I went to Sherlock X Tinks.
Oh yes, that looked so fun.
Festive walk.
Yeah, it
That's
looked
amazing.
What a turnout! It looked
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it was really cool. So we turned up like 8:30ish. We went to Blank Street Coffee at Marble Arch, and that was like our meeting point. And there were hundreds of people there just getting coffees, mingling, like networking, I guess, but just in a very relaxed, like
Yeah.
nice, friendly way. But met loads of Sherlock's readers and also Tinks followers, which was nice to bring two communities together. And then we walked for an hour around Hyde Park all together.
That's so nice.
And did you sort of chat to different people?
Yeah, it was really nice to meet people. And the day, it was like super sunny, crisp, that really cold Saturday that we just had.
Oh, so nice.
It was the perfect weather. The like line of people, that because obviously filtering into the park, you kind of all have to cross the road at the same time and go down the pathways and things. So we created this snake of people.
Yeah, like people were probably joining at the end, not knowing what was going on.
Exactly. Well, they must be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think lots of people thought it was related to Hyde.
Winter Wonderland.
Oh no! Yeah, you don't want to end up there.
They were a bit confused by this, like, onslaught of people coming through the park.
That's so
It was really nice.
awesome.
Really lovely. And then actually I went for an afternoon tea with a friend at, is it the Berkeley or the Barclay?
Barclay.
It is the Barcley. Barclay Hotel. It's their pret-a-porter.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Like
I've done that.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
girls. It's so sweet.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
And again, felt quite like festive because there were all the Christmas tree there and the lights on. And
Has anyone watched anything recently or read any good books?
Well, we finished The Crown. Oh my god.
I actually found this one very depressing.
So sad. I cried.
yes.
I haven't watched this one. I just saw.
What, the whole series?
Yeah, because they're doing it in 2 parts this time, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I usually watch it as soon as it comes out. But I don't know. It was the Ghost Diana plot line that sort of I wasn't sure about.
My argument to this is that they're not ghosts. It's supposed to be their conscience.
Right.
Like, she's now passed and they're obviously all reflecting a bit and having this like honest conversation with her and feeling quite a different way to when she was alive. So I don't think they're supposed to be ghosts. I don't think she's literally come from the dead.
Right.
She doesn't go, I'm here to haunt you.
Yeah.
You ruined my
But
life.
there was a play called King Charles III that came out. It was on the stage about, I feel like 6 or 7 years ago. And there is a scene where ghostly Diana walks across the stage, and it is a bit like, ooh,
wow.
exactly like that.
Sure, that house
She speaks like,
Yeah.
well, Charles, or something.
Oh,
It's all
no.
this. So when I had read about this, I was thinking about that play, thinking, oh my god, they've done the same
Done it again.
thing. But no,
She doesn't give ghost vibes to me.
No, I sort of felt it sort of finished it.
Yes, it did.
It felt fitting. And
Okay.
because obviously he felt it must have been so horrendous, the mother of his sons.
Yeah.
And also knowing that he had, like, what was to come for him and how, traumatic or tricky their relationship had been. But I felt they did it so well because they had that scene at the car when he said,
Oh, that's where I've got to.
"Oh,
And I thought that scene was really touching.
so did I." Like, I know we weren't
weren't
do
good at
marriage
marriage
very
well.
but let's be good at
Divorce. I thought that was a really nice line.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are making me want to actually watch it more. I think I read far too much commentary when it came out. With
No,
people
it's not
being like, what the
silly.
hell, it's turned into a sort of a soap opera thing, and
Yeah.
it's not like it was when it was sort of one step removed. It feels
Yeah.
too...
But it is like a soap opera because it was like, as in those events leading up to
Yeah.
the crash where she's on the boat, she's then on a yacht, she's not on a yacht, and her sort of sitting on the dive, all of those iconic photographs that were published, and the way that there's one bit where she's on this, on Al-Fayed's boat, and all these boats with cameras just like gathering
I
around.
bet, yeah.
And she's kind of talking to them, but kind of telling them to back off, but in a friendly way. And it's sort of, it is a bit like a soap opera because I think it must have felt like that. I mean, it did.
Yeah.
I remember it, or you must remember all those pictures coming out week after week. And it did feel like you were kind of watching Dynasty or something like sensationalist. Every week, something new was happening.
Yeah.
It is entertainment, It's so moving. I've cried so much through this series of it, like, it just because it all happened. It's all real.
Yeah.
It's not made up. Like,
Okay, well, you've all convinced me to watch it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Maya, have you watched anything recently?
no, but I want to watch the Squid Game.
Oh my God, so I've watched it. I've watched it all that you can watch. There's 6 episodes.
Okay.
And they did the first 5. We binge watched it last Wednesday. Not all of it, but we saw like the first 3 or so. And then on Friday went to watch the last 3. And then it just finished. And they're like waiting to do the 6th episode.
Is it good then?
Yeah, it's really like...
So you have to have watched Squid Game to watch
I think
this.
so, yeah. I mean, you could probably watch it as a standalone thing, but I think a lot of the, even from the players' side, a lot of the tension and sort of anticipation comes from like, oh God, what game are they going to do today? And when they say which one it is, you're like, oh my God, because you kind of, well, when you've watched the series, you've seen people getting murdered. So it's kind of...
It's quite a great, because I watched it via Gogglebox.
Yeah, oh, interesting.
And so they had the game where it's the doll's head and
Oh,
she spins
yeah,
around and
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to run.
Red light.
Red light, yellow light, yeah.
And there was a mother and a son.
Yes.
The music starts, if you haven't seen it, the music
Yeah.
starts and you have to get to a certain point, and then as soon as the music stops, you have to stay still.
Yeah.
And if there's a motion detector in the real Squid Games, you got shot
Yeah.
and killed. But in this Squid Games, they fire darts at you, or you know, like paintball.
Yeah.
Not darts at you. But like it's still
It's
scary.
still, it's still really tense because even though they're not getting hurt when it happens, it's still a shock because sometimes they probably are like, oh, I don't think I've been detected. Nice one, I've got away with it. And then it's like,
This one girl did a squat.
yeah. Oh, yeah, she stopped, but she was squatting and she was like, why have I done a squat? Because they have to.
How long do they have to be still
It's
for?
quite a big pause while they kind of monitor everyone because there's hundreds of people. There's 456 people to start with. They very quickly get eliminated.
But she
But
was like, I
she-
can't
yeah.
hold the squat. So
Yeah.
she fell to the floor.
I was like, that's what happened to me. I'd be like, shit.
And what is the price? Is there a prize fund?
Yeah, so millions of pounds. At the moment, like, I think there's like 3 million in the bank because it's kind of each person is worth $10,000. So yeah, it does.
What? So if as people come out,
Yeah,
then
when they're
the
eliminated, they
clock
fill
depletes.
up this big piggy bank that's dangling from the
Oh, it
ceiling.
gets bigger.
And they put more and more in as people
stakes get
are
higher.
eliminated because they all like in the series, they all stay in these really big like series of bunk beds in this big sort of open warehouse space.
God,
So they are living like
They
they
built
do.
this insane
Yeah.
production
Yeah.
factory, haven't they?
Yeah.
To film it.
It's amazing what they've done because I did watch Squid Game and everything looks exactly the same. Like, it's incredible how they've managed to do it.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
It's really good. Because my boyfriend was like, "Oh, why are we watching this?" But very quickly you get hooked in.
Yeah.
Some people who are doing it genuinely don't really have any money, or they're doing it because, you know, they're desperate for that money.
Yeah.
Not quite to the extent as in the original show, but you know, I guess they kind of need people to be a bit desperate because as the show goes on, you have to start sort of picking off your fellow sort of teammates.
Yeah, and like
Because only one person can win.
Watch when people.
Yeah,
that cutthroat.
Exactly, because friendships and alliances do form, but eventually you've got to get people to get a bit ruthless, so they have to have something at stake. So the other thing I watched actually this weekend was The Killer, which was in cinemas for a little bit, but it's now on Netflix. It's the new David Fincher film that's got Michael Fassbender in, and he's a hitman. A job goes wrong at the beginning, and it's sort of a cat and mouse game. Yeah, it's really good. It's basically, there's not really much of a script because it's all him sort of narrating it while he's doing stuff. So it's largely sort of him narrating what's going on in his life. But it's really good. It's got Tilda Swinton. She's awesome in it. But yeah, I would recommend that.
I watched a movie with her in this weekend.
Oh, which one?
Asteroid City.
Ah.
So not new, but kind of newish to TV, I think.
Yeah. It came out, I think it only came out in March.
So Wes Anderson, very stylized, very Technicolor, bright.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I got it. Totally got it. It's all very stylized, and I totally understood what it was doing. But I had a long discussion with my daughter afterwards. She was like, "Oh my god, I love that movie. It really scratched my brain." It was very special, which I thought was a very cool expression. But I was like, "Yeah, not for me. I need emotional connection to characters." And the problem with those really stylized movies is there's like the fourth wall comes down, and there's a separation where you just don't. I just didn't get kind of pulled into anyone because it's sort of a
Wes
bit.
Anderson films as well. It's always got about 50 amazing cameos in, so you never really spend that much time
Tom Hanks,
with one
Margot
person.
Robbie, Matt Dillon.
Oh yeah, he's in
Matt
it.
Dillon.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jason
not Matt
Schwartz.
Damon. Matt Dillon. Hadn't seen him for a long time in anything. It is a good one just for celeb spotting, really.
Very quickly, I read a really good book when I was off. It was Dolly Alderton's new book called Good Material, which I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not, but I devoured it and thought it was absolutely brilliant.
really?
It's so good.
Is it a novel?
It's a novel,
Is
yeah.
that her first novel?
No,
then?
so she wrote one called Ghosts. I think that came out like 3 years ago, but this one's genuinely so good.
What's it about?
So it's about the demise of a relationship and why that might have happened, which sounds like lots of other books that are out at the moment, but she's written it from the man's perspective. And he's a comedian, or sort of failing comedian, let's say. And his girlfriend Jen has just left him, and he's sort of like, crap, I'm in my 30s. Like, why did she leave me? Everything seemed great. And then it's the sort of unraveling of it all and going back in time a bit, and sort of him trying to learn to be single again in his 30s and like work out what he wants from life, which is mainly he just wants Jen back the whole time. So he's just like trying to plot ways of like getting her back and getting her back.
Does she write a man well?
She does, yeah. It's really good, genuinely. I don't know if a man could have written it in the same way. I guess it's probably aimed at mostly women to read, but I don't know, it felt very believable to me. Like I actually kept like reading bits out to my boyfriend. I was like, oh yeah, I can imagine your mates doing this in your group situation and stuff. Like for me, it did feel very convincing. I know I'm not a bloke, but it did feel convincing.
Oh, I need a good new book.
It's really good.
Too.
And then there's like a bit of a switch at the end when we were talking about Really Good Actually, which was our book club pick. And the main question everybody had was, we really wanted to hear it from the boyfriend side. And in this one, it's not a spoiler, but you do actually hear Jen's side at the end. And that's very interesting.
Oh, okay. Good, yeah.
Georgina, you've got an article for us.
Oh, I do. So this is Nigella Lawson on why she's ditching Christmas cake and what she's baking instead. So she has announced, so you're not alone. You hate Christmas cake. Apparently, 1 in 5 people who buy a Christmas cake, this isn't even 1 in 5 people don't like Christmas cake, 1 in 5 people who feel they have to buy a Christmas cake because it's Christmas, they're compelled to buy this bloody Christmas cake, hate it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a high number to actively spend money on something you don't like.
Know, but you feel like you should have one.
Well,
Do you know, I don't feel like that. Cake's out. What's she making instead?
chocolate cake.
Oh, yeah.
There's a recipe. It's a 2-tier chocolate cake with kind of lots of white icing and lovely sort of
If she
stuff.
still made it look festive.
Oh, it
and
looks totally
suitable.
festive. And it's all white, like a Christmas cake has thick white icing on, doesn't it? A sort of marzipan layer and things.
Yeah, I know.
But then when you cut in. But I was the same with my wedding cake. Lots of people have a fruit cake for a wedding cake and you save a tier as your christening cake. And people are like, oh no, we'll just have a chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Who wants a dried
the dried
fruit?
fruit, yeah.
Ugh. So, all for the chocolate.
Yeah, good for her.
I used to love watching Nigella Lawson.
Yeah, she's got a new series coming out, I think, ahead of Christmas.
Is it Nigella's Kitchen or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she's great on TV. They're really good. And they are, she always has like a little cocktail and then lots of little amazing canapes and everything. I think she's just like the perfect Christmas chef.
Yeah, it's not always just like, here's how to do your turkey or this. Or it's like, one year she did, it was a sort of like Swedish style Christmas, I suppose, if you did want to do that on like Christmas Eve.
Oh, is that when she had loads of kind of gravlax or something?
Yeah. She's had that, and like they have a layers of potato with anchovies in, which sounds horrible.
Okay,
but...
I was going,
It's a roller coaster.
They look a bit like slugs.
Oh, don't.
But I'm always she was her friends over at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be that friend.
I know.
are they
yeah.
real? Are they extra?
They look quite chatty.
I think they're like the sound person's girlfriend or something. Yeah.
And then she comes down and like in the night, and they're filming her.
She's in her like silk dressing gown, and she's like trifle.
But it's not a house. It's not a house.
No, that isn't her house.
It's a set.
Yeah. I know.
I used to work for a mobile beauty business, and we would do her nails, and the girls would turn up, and it's not real.
Oh, shame. God, all that chat about her pantry.
It's all fake.
I bet she's got a good pantry though.
Yeah.
A really good one somewhere.
I just
like Jamie Oliver's got a cooking show on at the moment. And the same. I'm like, I do like your kitchen.
It's outside.
And then I'm like, clearly that's actually not your kitchen.
Well, and the Beckhams have got an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, that is real.
Thing, yeah.
That blew my mind.
That looks like it should belong on a safari.
I bet Guy Ritchie's built it because he
It is.
He started doing this whole. It's called like Wild Kitchen or something like that.
Yeah.
They've got one at Beaverbrook now.
They do, and I saw them at the Chelsea Flower Show, and they have this big like heated thing in the middle, so you cook on the hot plate, but also it then creates heat. So when you're sitting outside, your legs are warmed by the heat of the central cooking thing, and it has this like tweed blanket thing that you can then like pull up. It's almost like taking a tablecloth and putting it over you. When I went to that new hotel pub, the Bull in Burford. They've got one outside as well in the back of the pub garden. So
That's
just
so
sit
cool.
there. You go at
they
1,
have the
you
song?
emerge at midnight. It's that kind of.
Fede, we were chatting about this earlier, and it got us thinking because we both this weekend. I saw on Instagram, you saw in real life from your lift in Battersea. Everyone's already got their Christmas trees up.
Oh, I would have mine up if I wasn't going away this December as well.
It's too
No,
early.
it's not. Christmas is only once a year, and it comes and goes in a flash, and everyone's upset on Boxing Day. It's all over.
No.
Get it up and enjoy the festive spirit. Get in the mood.
We're doing ours this weekend.
First weekend. So are you going, because I was thinking about going for a fake tree for the first time so it can last, and going then early to keep.
Oh no, I'm just gonna back it and water it.
Oh, interesting. Because I feel like otherwise it gets to Christmas Eve and all the decorations are falling off.
Yeah,
it's gone like
droopy.
that.
Oh no, I hadn't thought about that. I quite like.
But you're at home for Christmas, so you can keep having. Whereas we're going to be away on a trip and then away to family. So actually, there's about a week where the pre-Christmas and then Christmas, it will not be watered or touched or anything. And then I think we'll come back and it'll be like dead.
Oh, I've never watered a Christmas tree.
No,
Have you not?
No, maybe that's why it makes it look like that.
You're just in the base. Yeah, but
No,
it's
but it
like
still sucks.
like when you change the water in a vase of fresh flowers
Oh,
every
I
few
didn't know
days,
that.
which you should be doing if you've got fresh.
Oh, I don't really have any fresh flowers. I didn't know. What? Do you just put it in a bucket?
No, because you buy those tree
bases.
Oh, mine come. They get a bit of trunk and put a hole in it, and then you stick it in the hole.
So you might like to invest in one of the. You can get this sort of dark green plastic thing where it has those 2 screws that you then lock the base in.
Yeah.
And that creates a little well that you can then fill up with water. And some people say you can put in like a little bit of sugar in your water to give it some energy.
Learning. Okay, that makes more sense.
That's wrote a feature last year on how to prolong the life of your Christmas tree, actually, if you want to Google that.
Yeah.
We'll link it there.
We'll link it in the show notes.
Okay, interesting. Maybe that would make me put them up slightly earlier then. I still think November the 26th.
It's just too early.
I know, but everyone's got them up.
I know,
And then what, she's on holiday.
Yeah,
already.
It's not too early for me.
For listeners, watchers, Maya's going on their honeymoon.
I'm off to Jamaica on Friday.
Oh, that's too exciting. Oh,
That is
so
really,
fun.
really well planned.
Although I thought so as well.
Yeah.
And I still think so because we have got like the majority of December off. I come back a little bit before Christmas, but we have got the majority of it off, which is exciting. And it meant the wedding blues didn't hit quite as hard.
Yeah, that's true.
But now I'm a bit sad I'm missing out on all the Christmassy vibes.
Oh.
So I was like to kind of have mulled wine.
You'll get back for Christmas.
Yeah, I will. But
yeah.
I just love, like, especially London. It's like such a festive place in December.
Well, you go out this week, though, because there's Christmas everywhere.
Yeah, I can't be asked to go this week. But anyway, I'm super excited. I can't wait.
So excited for you.
Well, Christmas comes every year, but Jamaica.
And your honeymoon.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like, this is it.
I've actually not bought anything new for it either. I've been very sensible, which is very unlike me because I am quite like a holiday wardrobe. Like, I like to buy new stuff.
It must feel quite new, though, 'cause you haven't worn it for ages.
Yeah, and we went on, we did 5 days in Mallorca, and I definitely took too much stuff with me then, so I'm just recycling it all, which I'm very proud of myself for doing. My mum was quite shocked that I hadn't bought anything.
And are you in the same place the whole time?
No, we're staying in 2 different hotels, so we're doing 1 week in Half Moon and 1 week in Round Hill.
Oh. And have you booked activities?
Yeah, we've booked most things in advance just in case they get booked up, because I think apparently this time of year is very popular for Americans as well to go there.
Oh, yeah.
So we've booked various things like the waterfalls and like a few boat trips, a bit of like snorkeling, like that sort of stuff. Although I haven't booked like the very cliche things. Like riding a horse through
Through the waves.
Hey, once you're there, you might fancy it.
Yeah.
Let's see if other people do it.
Yeah, it's got to be on your own.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you don't want a group trekking? Yeah. A group couples trekking? No.
So no, bits and bobs, but to be honest, we just really want to relax. Like, this time of year is hectic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just looking forward to switching off.
And you'll come back and and everyone will be a bit dead and then you'll be so
revived.
And then what? It's just like 1 week and then it's Christmas
Yeah,
holidays.
3 days of Christmas holidays.
That's lovely timing.
So nice.
Right, let's very, very, very quickly answer some community questions. What were your best Black Friday purchases? Did any of you get involved?
I got my son a pair of half-price ski trousers,
Nice.
which I was really pleased about because he needed them, and the same that he's got, but a size up. So
Great.
perfect.
Clever.
Did you plan that?
No, I suddenly made him try on his ski stuff, and I was like, oh, none of that fits you. Oh, God, panic. And then I just kind of went back on the website, and they were there half price. I was like,
Love that.
Yeah.
never happens.
When you're going to buy something anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
bargain.
Well, that's what Martin Lewis was saying big time last week. He was like, remember the golden rule of Black Friday? Like, only buy it if you were going to buy it anyway.
I don't know if the phase has like passed everyone now, but
You got an air fryer. I saw the TikTok.
Oh yeah, I thought you just knew me so well.
Because I think I'm an R-ing, but I just don't. It looks so ugly.
They don't look great, and I have got a small kitchen, but every time I see the video and someone pulls out something tasty from their air fryer, I haven't made anything like that in the oven.
Yeah.
We have one, and it is really, I have to say, just things like a chicken breast and things like they just taste really better.
Yeah, okay.
Better. It's like crispy on the outside, just a little bit. And this isn't battered or anything. This is just with a bit of oil, sort of crispy on the outside, and so like moist and succulent. And then chips, oven chips, nicer.
Really? Okay. So what else do I know? Maybe I need to
You
get
can
one.
do everything in it. That's
really.
the thing. Yeah.
I can do a Christmas dinner. Apparently.
Yeah, you can
don't know
do
if my
all
mother
sorts
will
of
approve of
desserts. And
Yeah, but a
fruits
Christmas
as
dinner for
well.
like 2 people.
Yeah.
Because there are 2 drawers and that is it. So if you've got like 12.
I've got a jewel drawer. Yeah. And you know what? Actually, thinking back now, because I panic bought it this morning because I hadn't bought one yet, and I thought, oh no, the deal's going to run out. I don't actually even know if it was off or not.
Yeah, it must have been. If you
Was it
didn't
that-
get any fryer in
I
the
mean, just
sale,
have FOMO. I haven't bought anything
Yeah.
over this whole weekend, so I'm just going to buy something.
and it's full price.
website was like, what's the best?
Oh, that's all right then.
Click, buy, gone, done.
Martin has been proud, babe.
Yeah, I look forward to.
The other thing I bought actually is, have you heard of New Face?
Yes, that is.
Yeah, like
the two
electric
balls.
shocks your face.
Yeah, I need that.
I bought one of those because they're usually like 160-ish, and look fantastic. It's like 89.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to buy one.
What does it do?
Yeah.
So electroshock therapy. So it's like tightening.
Yes, exactly.
Like face gym style.
Yeah, you don't massage
Yeah.
it. You just, it's got 2 metal balls like that, and you place it at various points in your face, and it gives you a shock. And apparently, it is a bit of like a
Really?
like it's got various strengths to it. But I saw a video of Patricia Bright using it, and she did it on one side of her face to show the difference. And honestly, she has quite a naturally round face. It snaps matched her.
Wow.
Is that instant?
Instantly.
So then does it wear off after a few
Must have
hours?
to
It's
do
not
it.
like cumulative over time.
I imagine it probably, and I'm not a facialist or an expert or anything, obviously, but I imagine if you do it frequently enough, it does do some form of muscle memory.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah. So I reckon it does have a little bit of a lasting effect the more you use it, but I think it's pretty instant. Yeah.
I feel I should get, although I feel I've got quite big cheeks, so I don't know.
But I think that's good. You just sort of like get it in there and like you would a gua sha. Anyway,
Yeah.
gua sha, you
Do you use a liquid?
You're supposed to use everyone's using ultrasound gel because it's cheap and it like really it stops the contact on the skin, so it like reduces the
heat.
Yeah.
God, I'm fascinated.
Wow.
Whole new gadget to get into.
Yeah.
That's my Christmas.
LED mask out, new gadget in.
Hodge, did you buy anything?
I got some Christmas presents, nothing for me, sadly.
Can't say it.
But I got my mum, she wanted a pair of straighteners. And I got my mother-in-law some bits from the White Company. I feel there's always a sale on the White Company.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that I really Black Friday'd it.
Yeah.
But I went to Kings Road and got it in real life.
Oh, that's quite
very
satisfying.
I got her, I'm a bit gel, I got her it's like a really long jumper because she wears nighties, not pajamas. And it's a long like jumper dress that goes over your nightie.
You're not selling it to me.
Oh my God. It
I
looks
feel
so
like you
nice.
want
With a hood.
to wear one.
You want one,
So like a tunic almost.
Yeah.
It's a tunic with a hood. It looks amazing.
but like a wet robe, like you wear at the beach.
It's like dry dress. There's no, you put it on over your head.
Yeah. It sounds like what Dopey wears in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, doesn't it? He's got like a...
I mean, it looks so comfy. You do.
If it's from the White
ask for
Company.
it?
Yeah, you wouldn't want Callum Best to see you in it. That's your But if you didn't care what anyone thinks about what you're wearing.
But it sounds
Love.
cozy.
It sounds like a chic version of an hoodie.
Yeah.
You know those hoodies?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what it
hoodie.
is.
They're
Hoodie.
giant, like the kids all wear, well, adults and kids wear them. And
Yeah.
it's like really thick fleece.
Yeah, I know
And
what you
it's a
mean.
hoodie
Yeah.
without an H.
But it's like
And
White
long.
Company chic.
Chic.
Yeah,
So like a
nice.
cashmere hoodie.
Hoodie.
Socially acceptable one.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what she's going to think.
But she hasn't.
And then
she
she
asked
sent me a message yesterday because I said, "What would you want for Christmas?" And she said, "I would love bath scrub." I'm like, "Oh, well, I have gone."
You're not getting that from me.
Maybe that's an in addition.
Yeah.
Get the bath scrubbing quick before
Yeah.
you give her the...
Yeah, no hoodie.
I said we'll reconvene in January to see how it went down.
Did you get anything?
I got a few things in the cobbles sale.
Oh,
that I
what?
wanted
Oh,
for
you got that coat?
ages. I got this coat. It's too big, but I'm like leaning into it because
Yeah.
it's the last one on the internet. So
I
I'm just
I
gonna.
like big.
But it's like very big. But I'm just like, fuck it. It's like the Grim Reaper had like some Christmas sleeves. So I'm just gonna like make it my look for winter, basically.
I love that.
Yeah, that's my new. You'll know which coat it is when I wear it in because it's quite distinct. But yeah.
Oh, I look
There
forward
we
to that.
go. I think we'll leave it there because we've been talking for ages. But yeah, thank you all. Maya, have the best honeymoon ever.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks very much for watching and listening. If you've got any questions, please do email us at podcast@Sherlock. We love hearing from you and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.